Hey everyone, have you ever felt a little guilty about praying while lying in bed? Like, maybe you're being lazy or not respectful enough? I get it, I've heard that too. Some folks say you have to kneel or stand with your hands folded perfectly, or it doesn't count. But stick with me here, because the Bible actually flips that idea on its head, and there's one story that blows it wide open. One of the most dramatic answered prayers ever, from a guy who was flat on his back, facing death. We're talking about King Hezekiah in 2 Kings 20. This king gets hit with a terminal illness. The prophet Isaiah shows up and basically says, God's message, get your affairs in order, you're not going to make it. Can you imagine? No hope, just a death sentence. But what does Hezekiah do? He doesn't jump out of bed and drop to his knees. The Bible says he turned his face to the wall right there, in his sickbed, and poured out his heart to God. He wept, reminded God of his faithfulness, and begged for mercy. And get this, before Isaiah even makes it out of the palace courtyard, God stops him cold. Go back and tell Hezekiah I've heard his prayer. I'm healing him and adding 15 years to his life. Instant turnaround from his bed. No fancy posture. Just raw, honest desperation. God didn't say, sorry, wrong position, try again on your knees. He answered immediately because the heart was right. Then there's Jacob near the end of his life, in Genesis 46. This is the same guy who wrestled with God years earlier, intense faith, right? But now he's old, weak, barely able to sit up. The Bible in Hebrews 11:24 clarifies. It says he worshipped God while leaning on his staff for support, too frail to stand straight. God accepted that worship fully. Or think about David, the guy God called a man after my own heart. In Psalm 63:6, he says, on my bed I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night. David wasn't just drifting off. He was meditating on God, praising him, connecting deeply from his bed. And in Psalm 4:4, it's like God himself encourages it, tremble and do not sin. When you are on your beds, search your hearts and be still. Even Hannah in 1 Samuel, pouring out her soul in desperation for a child. She was so overwhelmed. Her lips moved, but no words came out. The priest thought she was drunk. No perfect posture, just broken honesty. And God gave her Samuel. Jesus hammered this home in Matthew 6, calling out the religious show-offs who prayed loudly on street corners to look holy. He said real prayer isn't about performing for people. It's about your heart connecting with your Father in secret. Paul takes it further. Pray without ceasing. 1 Thessalonians 5:7. How do you do that? 4:7. You can't kneel all day. It means weaving prayer into everything, driving, working, cooking, and lying down when you're exhausted, or it's 2 a.m. and worries hit hard. Those late night prayers. When you're sick, drained from the day, or battling chronic pain, that's often when we're most real. No energy for pretense. Just you and God. And Romans 8:26 says the Spirit steps in during our weakness, interceding when words fail. Look, posture can help sometimes. Kneeling might remind you of reverence. Standing can keep you alert. But it's personal. God doesn't have a rule book saying, kneel or bust. He met Jonah in the fish's belly, Peter sinking in waves, the thief dying on a cross who couldn't even lift his head. If you're a night shift worker praying at weird hours, a mom finally crashing after chasing kids, or someone with health issues that make kneeling tough, God hears you just the same. In fact, those vulnerable moments, that's where his power shines brightest. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Religion loads us with rules, right words, right pose, right vibe, but relationship with Jesus, it's freedom. He died so you can approach God boldly anytime, anywhere, as you are. Tired? Sick? Wide awake with anxiety? Talk to him right there. So next time you're in bed, tossing and turning, don't hold back, pour it out. God isn't grading your form. He's listening for your heart, reaching for him. Hezekiah got 15 extra years from a bedside plea. Who knows what breakthrough, peace, or strength is waiting for you? I'd love to hear from you. What's the most unexpected place or position you've prayed and felt God move? In the car during rush hour? The shower? Middle of a workout? Drop it in the comments. Your story could encourage someone else big time. If this hit home, smash that like, share it with a friend who's beating themselves up over proper prayer, and subscribe for more real talk that cuts through religious baggage and gets back to the heart of following Jesus. Prayer isn't a performance, it's a lifeline. So pray wherever, whenever, however. Just pray. God bless you guys. Talk soon.